Hello, this is a game review of one of our chess Sordoro students. It was a 30-minute game. Student is playing white, and this is a perfect time control in my opinion to train your calculation skills and general improvement of your thinking process and so on. If you have the time to spare, of course, 15 minutes or 10 minutes per game is also fine. So game started with d4, d6. So, and now e3, very rare move, maybe intending some Cole setup, something like this, or some other stuff as we see in the game, but I would just play e4, just take the center, Of course you have to know, now that we transpose to perk opening, you have to know some setup, but this would be the principal move, just take the center, golden principles of opening, So opponent has another system in mind, so he plays e3 and now f4. So this is kind of like Stonewall Dutch, but for white. But in my opinion, against this black setup with d6 and g6, it's kind of questionable because black will play e5 and tries to break our Stonewall, So black is playing kind of King's Indian setup, so c3. c3 is not needed in my opinion at the moment. We're not sure if we really need to defend and kind of waste time with this move. Better just to develop and see what black does. So if they play like their normal King's Indian, then at least we could develop bishop here. And there is this setup, colors reversed. Black could play, like if they play Stonewall against some Reti with d3 and e4, colors reverse break, this could be an option. So okay, but c3 is not a mistake, just pointing out that we should develop as fast and effective as possible. Knight f6, bishop d3. Again, this is like typical bishop placement, but now bishop is looking at this kind of another wall of black pawns, and it might get vulnerable as well when black pushes e5 and e4, since your knight probably will be on f3. So I better would put the bishop on e2 in this case. For example, castle bishop e2, and play normal kind of Stonewall. Bishop d3, castles knight f3, and bishop g4. Here I think black needed just to go for the standard e5 plan, so knight d7 would be the move, and they break with e5, an excellent game for black. White already in trouble because e4 is hanging. If we play knight d2, then still they can reinforce this idea of e4. Probably will have to take, but really we don't want to take, so he's kind of breaking our Stonewall apart. So that was the best idea for black in my opinion, but he chose bishop g4 to pin. Castle. Okay, now maybe he's planning e5. Okay, queen e1, getting out of the pin, and typical idea like in Dutch, many systems, and also Grand Prix Sicilian with white. So we lift our queen to the king side to get some action there, maybe attack. So nice idea from the student. Knight b6, very strange move. I think here of course black needed to push e5. But maybe they could even improve that idea with this exchange first and then e5, and black has excellent play here. So knight b6, I don't understand this move at all. Like knight on d7 was better placed. What is knight doing on b6 now? So queen h4, bishop h5. This is a bit risky move. Some possible trapments in the future, but I think maybe bishop f5 was better, just to exchange our good bishop, like something like this. The game could continue, and with mutual chances, I think. Okay, bishop h5, knight d2, and now again the strange moves continue. Previously, I think instead of knight d2 you could have just played e4, just take the center, why not? Knight d2, knight bd5, so he's kind of threatening to take on e3. And now I think you missed your chance. You played knight e4, which is okay move, but why not take the center? Yeah, e4 was best, and sometimes you escape attack by just moving the pawn, yeah, out of attack. So this would be a mistake. Maybe that was his intention, but this is not working at all. Knight's almost getting trapped, and here you see why I said the bishop here is risky. Now you can trap everything here. So e4 was best, and you get the huge center and advantage here. So you played knight e4 instead. c5. Okay, he's trying to break our structure from different way. Knight takes f6, takes f5. Okay, some improvisation. Interesting move. There was some crazy like d5 move, but it's maybe too advanced for your level. The idea is he cannot capture here, yeah, because we trapped the bishop and so on. But f5 is fine. C takes, and now you took with the c pawn. I think this is dubious. You have to take with the e pawn, of course. Open your bishop, yeah, for attack. Your action is going on the king side, yeah. All pieces are attacking here, so I don't understand why you took with the c pawn. That's a bit strange, yeah. What was the idea? Yeah, bishop is still closed. So now he took the open file. Rook c8, a4. Well, some improvisation, yeah. Maybe you want to push till the end. Other things you could have just developed normally. Okay, a6, and actually your idea kind of worked, because opponent made a mistake here. He lost a pawn. So rook a6, we win a pawn. Of course, black has some play, because this pawn is kind of weak. But we're still up a pawn, yeah? So he is trying to get some play for it. Queen b6 back. And now we play knight g5. I think we needed to consolidate the pawn here. Maybe just bring the queen back, yeah? In order to... Because he's kind of threatening to take here. Maybe we'll have to take with the pawn, yeah? Because this bishop is kind of loose. You see? And actually, after this move, he made this kind of tactic, yeah? To sack and exchange, gain a pawn for it. So that's why I like this queen e1, just extra protection for this guy. And if they take on a3, we take with the rook, yeah? Because now queen is guarding everything. And our idea is to start slowly exchanging pieces, yeah? Now we drop the attack idea, because we already won something, yeah? We won a pawn. We want to exchange maybe the queens, and so on. So in the game, you played knight g5, but he did this tactic. And now I think big blunder in the game. I don't understand what happened here exactly. Why you just gave away the piece, yeah, without recapturing. So of course you just need to take it back, yeah. Take back the what he sacrificed, yeah. And maybe you thought that he's winning the rook, but it's not true, yeah. Rooks can just easily on open lines defend each other. You can do it. Probably here is best not to run into some knight attacks, yeah. So you just defend everything, yeah. So he just sacrificed exchange for a pawn basically, and you should be fine. Maybe he has some activity, yeah, like knight moving here, but you should defend. So basically you gave away the piece for free. He took here, and now black is winning, yeah. Basically they're piece up, but I think at around your 1000 level you should still fight till the end, yeah. Many possibilities can, many blunders can still happen, as we will see very soon. Queen e1. Yeah, he's trying to attack, you're defending. He's trying for some trick, some fork. You are avoiding this fork. And basically you are trying to trap this knight now. And after these exchanges, blunder happens. So you see, we just need to play on, even if we're down a piece at that level. Don't resign. Still, opponent can mess up big time. So here, of course, he needed to just defend the knight and at least gain something for it, yeah. Like if we capture now some piece, at least he's getting some pawns, yeah, and play. But he gave away the knight, and now we're again back to equal material. So very up and down game, yeah, and blunder after blunder. So queen d5, e4, queen a5, f6, sneaky move, but I think it if opponent spotted the move, it doesn't quite work, this f6, but very interesting try, yeah, to kind of get to the king. He took here, but that was not good. He needed queen g5, yeah, and he wins this pawn and attacks now that one. So he took back, but now you have some chances, yeah, for invasion with the queen, maybe sneakily, yeah. Of course, he sees that. He plays this. Now we move back the rook. Of course, this doesn't work. Yeah, he takes. We need to calculate a bit. Taking here and takes with the check. Yeah, very important. And he captures back, defending everything. So this, but you always have to kind of check these ideas, yeah, to make sure it doesn't work. So rook b1, and now you exchange queens and go to around equal endgame. Maybe this will give some chances, but should be objectively equal. Bishop g4, he blocks. You kind of go around with the bishop, exchange everything. Here maybe better chance was to keep the rooks, yeah, since he has this back rank issues. Maybe go rook a1 and go invade, yeah, on the rooks like invasion and 7th rank and open line. So here at least you have something to play for. Yeah, your rook is more active. Okay, you decided to exchange the rooks, and now this endgame should end in a draw, I think. Okay, you advance the pawn, you check, yeah, and now I think this very sneaky move. I don't know if it was a blunder on your part or you played it deliberately, but a very sneaky move. He didn't take the pawn, yeah, he can take the pawn, but it's actually a trap. You can play here, yeah, and suddenly he cannot come back and defend because you promote, yeah. So what to do after bishop b3? He could throw in some maybe bishop f5, some this move, but yeah, and save this pawn, but still we are much faster here with white, so that should be winning. So I don't know if accidentally you made such a trap or because now you defended suddenly the pawn. Yeah, you could still keep this trap open basically by this move. If he takes again, we go here, yeah, so we take that pawn. So bishop d1, but now his king is improving, so maybe king d4 was needed, but still should be fine. And maybe here he could have played h5, but it's still a draw because maybe h5 was a better chance, I think, for him. But here, even if he wins a pawn, it's like dead draw, unless you make something stupid like trying to play for a win here, yeah. So you just need to hold the king, and he cannot break this blockade. You just move around with the bishop and it's a draw. So I'm surprised you lost this game, because you tried maybe for a win in this, yeah, where you need to make a draw in the game. But yeah, here is a bit risky move already, yeah. You're going for this, but you're leaving kind of this pawn open, so you're already from a drawish position. You're risking too much, I think. And now you blundered. Bishop b3, yeah, you just gave away this pawn. So what you needed to do, just basically agree that this is a draw, yeah, and don't make any blunders. So you missed this, and now suddenly the position is lost for white. So now he just quickly advanced the pawns. Many different ways how to do it. Yeah, we'll just quickly skip through this. Yeah, he could have played g2 many times here. And so finally, yeah, he just promotes for 2 queens. Of course, you play till the end. Good idea at your level. Just play till the end. Let opponent show, yeah, how he's mating with different pieces. Maybe he'll make some stupid stalemate or something, yeah. So good idea to play till the end. But of course here he knows the idea, yeah, to mate with 2 queens, rather easy. Okay, so let's summarize the game, yeah. What were the key points? So I think in the opening you played you know the system. At your level it's okay, but maybe you need to learn some like system opening like London or Jobawa, yeah, where you can play against anything. But if this works at your level, you could still be playing, yeah, this Stonewall setup, but just need to improve maybe against some some of the black setups. Okay, opponent didn't know this e5 idea, yeah? So what happened here? He could have played maybe knight d7 and go for immediately for e5, yeah? So that's the problem of the setup against this King's Indian, yeah? For black, that he can try to break our stone wall. So that was black's chance, but he didn't use it. What else? Oh, this rook c1 critical moment was important, yeah, where you blundered. So here he sacked an exchange, yeah, and suddenly you, I don't know what happened, you panicked, you just gave away the piece for no reason, yeah. Of course you have to take and deal with it, yeah. There was no winning back something, rook's just connecting on open lines. Okay, so this was a blunder, critical moment. Another critical moment when opponent himself blundered back, yeah. So you see, at your level it's blunder after blunder game usually. He gave away this knight back, yeah. You kind of sneakily invited him to go here, yeah, and he trapped his knight. So that was another moment. And I think the end game, yeah, final blunder was you tried too hard, I don't know, for something. Just instead of easy draw, just to keep king here, you kind of maybe forgot that this pawn is not under attack, yeah, and just missed this. Of course, now playing here might be risky as well, yeah, since, I don't know, his pawn is also dangerously starting to advance, yeah, but no need for heroics there. You just needed to take a draw. So okay, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll prepare a plan to reduce the blunders and improve your calculation, and I'll see you around. Bye.